Deftones Feiticeira, which is Portuguese for witch, guitar tabs, and guitar lesson. I'm going to play all the different sections right at the start. After that, go back through, give all the explanation for it. Please hit that subscription button. It's the best way of letting me know that you like this video and want to see more just like it. Now let's get on to the lesson. So for starters, White Pony album, we're in a drop C tuning, C, G, C, F, A, D. And this initial intro, and this happens at, like the end of the first verse. We're having some fun with some harmonics here. So we're starting off with 9. All right, so on the 6, 5, 4 string here, the C, G, C string. And just lightly resting our finger on top of the 9th fret there. And we're just strumming away 8th note style on this. And the initial first time through, we carry this part about, twice as long as we usually would. So we're just hanging out here for a good, couple measures. And you want to do like a few strums right there, and then maybe come down and hit the, harmonic on the 9 of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, just real quick, and then right back. So it's just kind of this loose shuffle of these harmonics initially. And like I said, the first time through, we're just carrying this a little longer than usual. Right? And after that, we come down, hit a couple open 5th strings, just real quick, incidental 5th strings, and then we land on this 4th fret power chord on the 5th string with the 6 on that middle C, the 4th string there. All right, we hit that, come back up to a really quick open low C, and then we hit the 4th fret power chord on the 6th string and the 5th string there. All right, come back off to a couple of quick opens, and then we hit the 8th fret. All right, and after that, basically we repeat the whole thing, but from here on out, when we hit these harmonics, we do it about half as long as we usually do. All right, and then we just drop down and hit our same power chord progression there, and then just loop that second quicker part. So just try it slowly here. All right, and for the verse section, we basically just kind of invert the little power chord progression that we do and just drop the harmonic stuff. So we start by just doing a couple of open low C 6 strings there, and then we land on our 8th fret power chord on the 6th and 5th string there, the C and the G string. Come back off to a quick open low C, then we hit the 4s. All right, come back off to a few of the opens on the low C. And then we ultimately land on that 4th fret, 5th string, 6th on the 4th string power chord. And we just ride that out through the remainder of the measure and just loop that whole thing throughout the verse. So we'll try that slowly here. All right, and I guess you would call these the bridge sections, my best guess. But basically, we're just switching to this octave riff here, and we come on up to the 8 on the 5th string and the 10 on the 3rd string there. Just hit it for this initial first bridge. We're just doing single strums on these. We just hit that, let it ring, all right, and then we hit it again with an open low C added, and then we can even give it a little bend and release, a little small bend and release. All right, then we just hit it again by itself, no open low C, and just at the last beat, before we start looping the whole thing, we do a 9 on that 5th string. All right, so we'll try that slowly. Now a little interlude transitional section here. It's coming back to some harmonics. This time we'll drop down to the 5th fret harmonics on the 3 low strings here. And we're just strumming away on it, you know, about 1/8 notes. And then we drop down to the 3rd fret, do the same for a handful of strums there. And then ultimately we come up to this higher octave at the 11 on the 3rd string and 14 on the 1st string. And then we just finish out strumming on that. Now, for the second time around with this bridge section, everything pretty much stays the same. It's just we switch to just 8th note strumming it and, you know, just keeping the strumming going throughout the whole thing. And for the outro, just a back and forth between 2 chords here, kind of similar things we've seen. We just add a little something here. So we add with our octave there, that 8-10 octave that we've seen before, we just make that 10 a 9, and we just add the power chord now with the 10 on the D instead. So we got the 8 on the 5th string, 10 on the 4th string, and 9 on the 3rd string. And we just strum that out for a measure. All right, then we slide it down to this, and there's a note that we want to keep in that, which is the 5 on the 2nd string there. And then we just basically kind of make this minor shape now, keeping that 4 on the 5th string and now 6s on the 4th and 3rd string with that 5 on the 2nd string, and we strum that. Slide it back up to the 1st chord and just loop those 2 chords, and at the very end we hit this big open low C with that 8 on the 5th string and the 10 on the 3rd string, and we just let that ring.